Eala hopes for rematch with Gauff. World number 32 Eala is hoping to set up another meeting with world number 4 Gauff when she competes in the Indian Wells Open. The 20-year-old Filipina standout could face Gauff once again if she gets past world number 52 Diana Yastremska in the second round of the women's singles competition. Their match schedule has yet to be announced. Should Eala advance, a rematch with Gauff could be in the cards, rekindling their recent encounter at the Dubai Tennis Championships last month where the American star scored a 6-0, 6-2 victory. "I would love to play her again," Eala said, expressing her eagerness for another crack at the top-ranked opponent. Aside from her singles campaign, Eala will also compete in the doubles event with partner Iva Jovic. The pair will reunite for the second time this year after reaching the semifinals of the ASB Classic earlier in the season. Under the bright stadium lights, the echo of a bouncing tennis ball can sound like a heartbeat. For Eala, every thud against the court carries a memory and a promise. Somewhere in that rhythm lives a quiet hope, a rematch with Gauff. Not just another match, but a chance to measure growth, courage, and belief. Tennis. The first meeting. Every rivalry begins with a moment. For Eala, that moment came when she first faced Gauff across the net, a player already known for her explosive speed, powerful ground strokes, and calm confidence under pressure. Gauff moved across the court like wind over water, fast and effortless. Each return seemed to stretch the court wider. For Eala, the match felt like standing inside a storm of precision and athleticism. Yet even in defeat or struggle, something important happened. She learned. Athletes often say the most valuable matches are the hardest ones. When you face someone operating at the highest level, every point becomes a lesson. Eala watched how Gauff constructed rallies, how she stayed composed, how she attacked when the smallest opportunity appeared. Some players leave the court frustrated after such encounters. But Eala walked away with something different, a quiet determination. One day, she would face her again. The long road between matches. Tennis careers are built not only on victories but on the hours nobody sees. Early mornings. Endless drills. The repetitive sound of balls being fed across practice courts. After the first meeting with Gauff, Eala's training took on a new intensity. She analyzed everything: footwork, shot selection, mental resilience. Each session became another step toward the level she knew she needed to reach. There were improvements everywhere. Her forehand grew heavier, biting into the court with more authority. Her backhand, already precise, gained depth and consistency. Her movement sharpened, allowing her to chase down shots that once seemed unreachable. But tennis isn't just about technique. It's about courage. Standing across the net from elite opponents means believing you belong there. Confidence grows slowly, like a seed pushing through soil. With each tournament, each hard-fought win, Eala felt that belief strengthening. And somewhere in the back of her mind was always the same thought. What if we meet again? The shadow of a rival. Great athletes often become milestones for others. 4 young players climbing the rankings, facing someone like Gauff represents both a challenge and an opportunity. She isn't just another opponent, she's a benchmark. Gauff's style forces opponents to elevate their games. Her speed tests patience. Her power demands precision. Her competitive fire pushes matches to their limits. For Eala, imagining a rematch meant picturing a completely different version of herself. The first time they met, she was a rising talent with potential. The next time, she wants to arrive as a true contender. Not intimidated. Not overwhelmed. Ready. The mental game. Tennis is often described as chess played at 120 miles per hour. Every serve begins a tiny battle of strategy and psychology. A rematch with Gauff would not only test Eala's strokes but her mindset. Can she stay calm when rallies stretch past 10 shots? Can she resist rushing when opportunities appear? Can she maintain belief even if the scoreboard turns against her? Champions are defined by their responses to pressure. They treat tense moments not as threats, but as invitations. Eala knows that when the time comes, she must step onto the court with freedom. The past cannot dictate the future. Every point begins at 0. And sometimes, a rematch is less about revenge and more about transformation. Dreams on the global stage. Tennis is a global sport, played in cities that glow with energy: Melbourne, Paris, London, New York. Young players grow up watching these tournaments, imagining themselves stepping onto the same courts. For Eala, the dream stretches beyond personal success. She carries the hopes of fans who believe in her journey. A rematch with Gauff on one of tennis's biggest stages would mean more than a simple second meeting. It would symbolize progress. Two young athletes who once dominated the junior scene now meeting again as professionals, stronger and wiser. Fans love stories like that. Rivalries create narratives that stretch across seasons, shaping the sport's future. Perhaps one day, spectators will fill a stadium to watch them face each other again, curious to see how both players have evolved. Growth through challenge. In sports, the toughest opponents often become the most valuable teachers. Every time Eala studies past matches against top players, she searches for patterns. Where did the rallies break down? When did momentum shift? What could be done differently next time? Improvement in tennis is rarely sudden. It happens through hundreds of small adjustments, grip changes, footwork tweaks, mental habits. And each adjustment brings her a little closer to the version of herself she wants to become. When she imagines that rematch with Gauff, she doesn't picture an easy match. She imagines a battle. Long rallies. Crowd reactions. Moments when everything hangs on a single point. That's the kind of match athletes dream about. Respect across the net. One of the most beautiful traditions in tennis happens after the final point. Players walk toward the net and shake hands. No matter how intense the battle, that moment represents respect. Eala knows that facing someone like Gauff means stepping into a contest shaped by mutual admiration. Both players are part of a new generation redefining women's tennis: athletic, fearless, and ambitious. Rivalries built on respect tend to last the longest. They push players forward. They inspire fans. They create memories that define eras. A rematch between Eala and Gauff could be the beginning of such a story. The quiet visualization. Athletes often visualize future moments long before they happen. Perhaps somewhere during training, between serves and sprints, Eala allows herself to imagine it. The scoreboard shows their names again. The chair umpire calls, play. The crowd settles into anticipation. Across the net stands Gauff, focused and ready. This time, however, everything feels different. Eala's movements are sharper. Her confidence steadier. The rallies unfold like puzzles she's prepared to solve. Maybe the match goes 3 sets. Maybe it swings back and forth. But this time she knows she belongs in the fight. Visualization isn't fantasy, it's preparation. And preparation turns hope into possibility. The future of the rivalry. Tennis history is filled with legendary rivalries.